Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the EGL8 Manchester Mad Cats MW3 Championship. It is the grand final and possibly the last time we will ever see Modern Warfare 3 played at LAN. Joining myself on the main stage commentating here tonight is none other than Benson. And I think it's fair to say we're extremely excited about this matchup.
Yes, massively excited. I mean, like we said, we've got Optic to our right, TCM to the left. And you know what's interesting? Obviously, one of TCM's players, Madcat, this is his third grand final at EGL against Optic Gaming. So he's going to be hoping for a little bit of luck, third time lucky. Hopefully he can go ahead and take it against Optic.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for him, every single time he has lost it. So a little bit of a grudge match going on there. Absolutely. And once again, he's going in at a deficit because TCM are going to be trailing 3-1 in this best of 11 series.
Yeah, it's also, you can look at it as first to 6 if you choose to. However, you know, TCM, they haven't lost an S&D all EGL8 apart from one, which was to Optic Gaming.
Yeah, and what you've got to remember for TCM as well is they're coming off a lot of games that have been played. Optic have had a big gap now in gameplay, so TCM do have that advantage. But as we said, the 3-1 behind in a best of 11. First map today, or tonight even, is going to be Capture the Flag on Bootleg. And this is going to be very intense. A lot of money on the line for both of these teams. And of course, the prestigious knowledge that you have placed first in the final Modern Warfare 3 event that's going to be taking place.
Absolutely, and we are going to be on board with TCM to start things off in this grand final. We are going to be on board with Josh as he makes his way down this left-hand side. He's actually opted to use the MP7 suppressed. That's something we haven't seen that much all EGL8. Interesting, he's opted to pull that out right at the end as Rich gets an early frag there on Merc to start things off.
Yep, so as this top European team challenge the North American Titans, who have come off back-to-back wins in EGL, winning EGL 5, EGL 7. Optic Gaming haven't actually dropped a single game throughout all the EGLs that have been played, including this one. They have stormed right through the winner bracket every single time. But hey, here we go. TCM taking 3 down and Josh pulling his flag.
TCM off to an absolute blinding start there. Optic only with 1 kill on the board with pretty much a minute gone as Josh has that flag, has Rich in support. There's going to be 2 Optic players out there. Josh says thank you very much, takes down Merc. Couldn't take down Scumpy though, and that flag does get returned, but a great sign for TCM straight off the bat there.
Absolutely, a very promising start for the European squad as Madcat takes out Scumpy there. He is extremely weak and Rambo's going to take advantage of that situation. Josh trying to follow things up as he moves towards the mid-map area with the silenced MP7.
Yeah, chose to throw that stun towards Bricks, and unfortunately Big Time, it came straight behind him. Rich takes down Big Time, and that's going to be a fail stun, but no worries, it didn't kill him. But as he was cooking the nade, there was Rambo. So Rambo's going to be mulling somewhere near the flag, goes for the knife on Josh. That was very ambitious, and Josh is going to say thank you very much for that. But Merc is somewhere in green, I think, and that's actually 3 down. And TCM are going to be in a little bit of trouble. Rich needs to do some clutch work right here. He's got that stun off and is launching that nade, but I don't think that's going to connect.
No, and unfortunately he's stunned himself, so he can't really sweep round the back to prevent this. Instead, he's going to have to challenge the Optic lineup whilst he is weak. However, Madcat and Josh doing some work, taking out 2, and that flag carrier is all alone. That's 3 down now against Optic Gaming.
Wow, what a wallbang right there from Rich. That was a massively important kill. And flag has actually been pulled by Madcat. Oh, Josh! Oh my days! What a knife that was on Rambo. Oh, wow. Complete reaction knife, and Josh, he made sure Optic were aware that that was a huge knife.
It was a big reflex knife. The reactions of Josh there really coming into full force. If we just bring up the scoreboard, see how all the players are doing so far, we can see Big Time is struggling a bit, only with a single kill, but fairly evenly spread. I mean, TCM actually looking really strong here against Optic. I mean, let's not forget, you know, they did take a map off them. It was a search and destroy, I believe.
Yeah, they are looking very strong. Later, it was a search and destroy that they actually took. But, I mean, right now, TCM off to an absolute blinding start. We're now on board with Rich as he's making his way back towards that cage area. It does come in contact with Merc, and Merc shuts him down as Madcat has no response there to Merc either, as Merc picks himself off a nice 2-piece. Default now over to Flux. He's going to try and keep control of this brick area.
Yeah, being extremely careful not to reveal his position here, just keeping low, and he's gonna, no, he just about makes the kill against Merc there, who pushed over top platform. Madcat follows that up against Scumpy, and now we're seeing a big push from TCM at either side of the map. Optic really feeling the pain at the moment.
Yeah, just over 2 minutes to go. TCM are absolutely all over Optic, if I'm honest. They've got complete map control. There was only that one moment where Optic pulled that flag. Apart from that, this game has been all TCM, but it's still 0-0.
you've got to say, it's like you say, TCM looking the strongest side at the moment. I mean, they are behind in map count, but if they can continue this form, then hey, we've got a game on our hands here. Rich having to track back a little bit though, knowing that his team is under pressure from Optic, and he's just going to work on a little bit of defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Rich potentially an MVP for this tournament, as that's going to be 3 Optic players down once again, but there is Merc mulling around the enemy flag. Josh knows he's there, but Merc's going to turn, take him down, but Madcat to the rescue, puts a stop to Merc's momentum, as flag has actually been pulled by Flux, but immediately shut down by Big Timer. And this is the one thing that's amazing about Optic Gaming when you watch them play, just their sheer communication and teamwork. But Madcat with the pistol switch there on Rambo, that was a nice play. But as I was about to say, the communication from Optic is potentially what wins them so many games.
Yeah, they are keeping calm, cool, and relaxed. But over to our left, we're hearing an extremely vocal TCM lineup, boosting each other all the way, every single kill. They're making a big deal of it and letting it known to the Optic team. And we can see Josh, all those takes out Merc there with a brilliant shot.
I tell you what, Merc as well, potential MVP in my books. He has just played so solid all throughout EGL8. He picks off the most important 2 pieces. Having said that, Madcat's got a 2 piece of his own. Rich takes down Scumpy as well. That's 3 Optic Gaming players down, as Rich now is going to try and get complete control over this left-hand side. He may actually push through Cage as Josh takes down Big Timer, and TCM, they need to be pulling that flag pretty soon because Madcat's doing some good slaying work right now.
It certainly is, and what an opportunity here for TCM to pull a flag. There's only 30 seconds left on the clock, and Merc's trying to hold as best he can, but he does go down, and Josh has this flag now, and he's making a big run with it.
Yeah, we are actually going to get on board with Josh, but no, he does get shut down by Big Timer right at the end. 22 seconds left. It doesn't look like we're actually going to see a cap unless Flux can do something special. He looks like he's made his way towards Road. He can actually cap this, but flag has been counterpulled now by Rambo. However, Josh has dropped him, so 11 seconds. You know, if Flux is quick, he could actually cap this. He's avoided all the stuns. 8 seconds, 6 seconds he does unfortunately get stunned right there and taken down. So this first side of CTF Bootleg is going to end 0-0.
It certainly is, but if we just bring up the scoreboard, I think we can see for ourselves there that this is not a walkover from either of the teams. You know, it's been incredibly close. Rambo struggling a little bit there, picking up kills. But in any case, 0 flags captured. The defending of both teams absolutely sublime. They're playing perfect Call of Duty at the moment. We're going to switch over and get the viewpoint of Optic. As we say, yet to be defeated in a series at any EGL they've attended.
Yep, they're looking at doing the hat-trick of EGL. Obviously, they won EGL 5 and 7. And they're trying to make it, like I say, the hat-trick of winning EGL8 as well. We are going to be on board with Scumpy to start things off, though, as he takes down Madcat. Nice play. Rambo also taking down Flux. So 2 down already for TCM, but TCM arguably on the better side of the 2.
Oh, and Josh needed those kills. Oh, Josh, absolutely huge from Josh. He was left alone and he had to pick up those kills, and he did just that. A massive 3-piece for TCM.
Yeah, that's what you need from a player when he's left alive. Yeah, there we go. Finally got it out. Bit of a tongue twister. But yeah, when you've got 1 player left up, you need him to pull off those clutch moves, and that's exactly what Josh has done right there. He's picked off that 3-piece, and they've erupted up the map. But what they need to be careful of is Merc's in a very nice position right now.
Yeah, and he's keeping himself quiet. He's not revealed his location at all, and he's doing it for very good cause. They have no idea where he is, and he has now revealed where he is, and he's going to have to make this kill or he's in trouble, and this is looking really good. TCM looking set to capture the first flag of this game. There is absolutely nothing Optic can do to stop this.
Flux on that spawn kill as well. That was fantastic play. Josh, oh my days, that was a fantastic play. Managing to get that pistol kill on Merc. Merc did so well, got himself into such a good position. But Josh saying, I don't think so. He wants to try and get back-to-back victories at LAN. Obviously, he was a DreamHack champion with Apex. And now he's come here and he really wants to put a stop to this Optic dominance we've seen at EGL.
Well, Optic wearing their championship whites, as it were. A little bit of a good luck charm in their white jerseys there. Let's see if that's going to ring true here at EGL8, the final Modern Warfare 3 championship that is going to be played through EGL, proudly sponsored by Mad Cats.
3 minutes 16 still to go on this second side of CTF Bootleg. As it stands, TCM with a 1 flag lead, and Rich once again pulling it out when it matters. Unfortunately, he did get dropped by Merc though, so Merc is going to be coming around that flag big time, and nice play taking down Flux. And can Big Timer now try and get this flag away? That's a great nade to take down Josh, and also that stun did connect. However, Big Timer very weak, needs to take his time. He's actually gone straight for the flag, and Rich once again with a nice nade.
But hey, what's Rambo doing here? He's doing some work, and and Flux and Josh going big for the team there. It almost seems like TCM are adopting a slightly defensive approach, knowing that they have this 1 flag lead. They're being very careful not to overextend too much, but that said, they do have a really good opportunity to do that.
Yeah, they need to be a little bit careful. They don't want to dig in just yet, because a one flag cap lead is not enough. But Rich, again, with another two-piece. Scumpy finally putting an end to that, but Madcat takes down Scumpy. That's going to be 3 down. Rambo needs to do some good defensive work. He's going to get shut down from Josh, who was actually flanking around the side. Big Timer with a lucky spawn, though, if I'm honest. But Merc is going to say thank you very much, two-piece of his own.
And Madcat's going to answer straight back. It's back into two-pieces all the way here. Big Timer trying to do some work, defending his own flag. And it's so unusual to see Optic in this situation. I mean, we've said at the start of this actual game, Madcat has faced them twice in a grand final of EGL. And he is so determined not to let it be a 3rd time defeat.
Yep, absolutely. You can tell I spoke to him before this final and he said this is his time. They're going to try and make it so that Optic aren't going to make it that hat-trick. Flux taking down mid, they're on board with Big Timer. He's top mid, has a little bit of support though, so he can challenge that TCM play, but that's a nice nade from Flux. Takes down Big Timer, but we default straight on board to Scumpy, who's also there. Flux had no idea he was there, and Scumpy gets a nice, easy kill.
Oh, Scump has just spotted someone in cage, and they've spotted him.
Oh my God,
and the gunfight goes in favor of Scump, but Josh does follow that up and takes him out.
Josh really playing well to quickly bring up the scoreboard. And you see Josh 25 and 16. I mean, wow, the guys SFG in 1 minute 25 still to go. TCM, I mean, if they can just hold it, he's taking down Rambo again. TCM could just afford to dig deep, maybe try and play a little bit counter now. They don't want to be overextending, being too difficult. But Josh taking down Big Timer, pulling that flag. He's doing such good OBJ work. Rich taking down Merc as well. Scump off spawn. Have they got anyone on the spawn trap? Yes, they do. That's Flux taking down Scumpy. This should be 2-0 to TCM right now.
It certainly should. Josh is on absolute fire right now, running that flag right down the left-hand side. He's going to push it through cage, and this is looking set to be the second flag capture for TCM. 2-0 with 50 seconds left. Things are not looking good for Optic.
No, Optic in a bit of trouble. 48 seconds still to play. Optic Gaming 2-0 down in flag caps. And obviously you've got to remember Optic, because this is a continuation grand final. They are already up 3-1 in maps. So TCM really needs to get off the mark. And Josh, once again, has he hit that 30 bomb? That's the question. He's on 28, 2 kills away. So watch that kill feed to see if Josh is going to drop the 30 bomb against Optic Gaming.
Yeah, a lot of support from both in the audience and I'm sure on the live stream.
Big
Big
T.
Timer with that 3-piece. That was absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately for them, it's not going to mean they take this round, but what a huge kill. Flux, though, with a 2-piece, answering straight back.
I tell you what, that was some sensational Call of Duty right there from Big Timer, but unfortunately that is too much too late. TCM are going to go ahead and make this 3-2 to Optic Gaming in this grand final. It's essentially a 1st-to-6, so right now TCM need to make 4 maps, and Optic just the 3, but we'll have a quick look at that scoreboard. 29 and 18, Josh. What a sensational game of Call of Duty coming from him, almost at the 2,500 point mark. I mean, wow, just wow.
He's played absolutely fantastic there, and you heard his frustration at the very end of the game there, where he was so close to the 30 bomb, which would have been a massive achievement for him. But let's just take his kill death aside for 1 second there. The actual objective work he'd been doing for TCM had been unbelievable. You know, I think he actually captured both those flags himself, if I'm not mistaken, or certainly did. He did a lot of flag running, let's put it that way.
Yep, he played absolutely amazing there in that final. And the next map, I believe, is actually going to be Search and Destroy on Underground. But just quickly, Big Time is 3-piece. I mean, I know it was too much too late, but that was good. That was nice.
Good, and you know, I'm going to expect to see that in a montage sometime soon.
Yeah, going to a montage near you soon.
Exactly. Search and Destroy is going to be the next map, though. As we've said before, these two teams have met previously. They won one. TCM won one Search and Destroy. Optic won the other Search and Destroy. So this is going to be really interesting as they meet now on Underground.
TCM have only lost one Search and Destroy all LAN, and that was to the team to our right. So you know, when it comes to Search and Destroy, you've got to favour TCM. I mean, Optic, don't get me wrong, very strong team, of course. You know, very good at S&D, but when you've got a statistic like that at LAN, you have to favour TCM for this map.
Well, let's see if TCM can equalise here and get rid of that handicap that Optic started with completely. We've said that TCM have come off the back of a few games, but maybe Optic have settled into this grand final now. They are still leading 3-2 overall. Yeah, they do still have that map advantage, like you say, but we're going to be on board with Josh straight away. Takes down Scumpy, immediately shut down, though, by Rambo on that right-hand side. As we default now over to Madcat, who's going to be using that ACR with extreme conditioning. Madcat just holding his ground. Of course, Search and Destroy play completely differently to capture the flag. A lot more reserved play from both teams, both attacking and defending. They are sticking to a fairly standard approach here, though, in the bomb site that they've chosen to move towards. And we've just got to be careful how much we're saying here on the main stage, because, of course, it is coming out on the loudspeakers, and we don't want to interfere with the game itself.
Yep, absolutely. As we are still on board with Madcat, you can just see he's just been very cautious indeed. Maybe anticipating an Optic Gaming rush, which is a very common strategy, especially on S&D Underground. as he's just checking as much of the map as he possibly can from his current location. And you know what, should we change play? Let's have a look at what Flux is up to. Flux actually has the bomb.
And he's in a really interesting position. Just look at that angle he's got right there. He might not be able to pick up the kill, but certainly be able to see them before they see him. Unfortunately, none of his bullets do connect, and he's revealed his location, so he's going to have to switch things up a little bit.
Yeah, he's in a very, very dangerous situation right now. He's pre-fired twice, and yet to actually hit someone. He's done it again. So Flux really being very unlucky right now, but the time is of the essence. It's currently at 1 minute. Big Timer takes down Rich. And that is actually going to be a 2 versus 3 scenario in the favor of Optic Gaming in the search and destroy. 51 seconds to go. Obviously, TCM are on attack. It's a lot harder to win your attacking rounds than it is those defensive rounds.
It certainly is, and this time he's taken away. It's just getting better and better for Optic now. Rambo picking up the kill against Flux. Madcat having to engage against Rambo and does make that important kill.
Yeah, Madcat pre-firing that corner. Really intelligent play. He knew Rambo was there because he just got a kill. So he just jumped the corner pre-firing, hoping Rambo was still there. Got a little lucky, but hey, you need a little bit of luck in Call of Duty. But unfortunately, Merc is going to be on those train tracks. And Merc puts a stop to Madcat. And that is going to be 1-0 in the search and destroy on and around to Optic Gaming.
And I think it's fair to say, with regards to all of the American teams, these top professional American teams that have flown over, that the European teams are getting a lot stronger. They're putting up a lot better of a fight, and Optic are certainly seeing that now after completely sweeping the victories in the previous matches that they played here at EGL. This is proving to be a tough battle for them.
Yep, absolutely, and we're going to change teams, get on board with Optic Gaming and see how they can set up on the attacking side. Currently on board with Rambo, and that's a nice spot.
Yeah, and unfortunately there's something right in his way there. That's got to be frustrating for him. He must be so tempted to just knife out of the way or something.
Quick look as, oh, actually Merc takes down Josh. I was going to have a quick look to see where everyone is. Rambo does see someone run straight in front of him, and he's going to get nice shots there on Flux, just showing that was a very dirty spot. I did not know about that. I'm definitely going to be using that when I play.
Absolutely. I mean, Rambo, he had to challenge Flux there. He'd put some bullets into him, and Flux was very close to getting a turn on, but it did pay off. The decision-making from Rambo, absolutely perfect in that situation. If we bring up the scoreboard, we can see it is 4 versus 2. Optic looking really strong here on Search and Destroy.
Yeah, Rambo just did see someone in that mid-map area, got very, very weak and decided to back off, doing the smart thing. Really intelligent play coming from Rambo. He didn't need to challenge that. He can afford to stay alive. Obviously, they have that 2-man advantage. They don't want to be just needlessly giving away kills as Rich takes down Big Timer, but immediately Merc shuts down Rich, and that is going to be a 1 versus 3 scenario to Madcat. I was going to change team and get on board with him, but Rambo flanked straight behind him and took down Madcat, making it 2-0 to Optic Gaming.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant play, and you can just see the teamwork and chemistry is there with Optic. They've been teaming together for so long. I mean, actually, we can actually see they've been teaming together since November 2011, and such dedication to stick together really is paying off for them in these big tournaments.
Yep, absolutely. We'll go ahead and change team once again, get on board with TCM and see how they can do on the attacking side. Once again on board with Josh, who's opted to change his class up a little bit, and big fan of that. Big fan of smoke grenades and search and destroy myself, and he goes for the pre-fire. Unfortunately, doesn't get it yet, but just have a quick look at the scoreboard, see who's playing quite well. Josh currently 1-2, but Rambo once again in search and destroy going massive. 4-1 with just 2 rounds played. He has been playing so well at search and destroy all of EGL8. Yeah,
he's absolutely storming this at the moment. As you say, picking up an average of 2 kills per round so far. If he can continue this form, then he's certainly going to lead Optic to victory in the search and destroy and extend the lead to 4-2. Josh looking to change that, but no, Rambo sweeping around the back, making it 3 versus 3.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised TCM didn't have someone covering Josh's back there. It's a very common strategy to have, but TCM actually choosing not to play. So we default now over to Madcat, with 1 minute 40 still to play. Madcat being extremely cautious about what he's doing right now.
Yeah, he's just checking back into. He's expecting someone to come to him. He doesn't want to have to put himself into dangerous areas. But ultimately, as the attacking team, that is what you're going to have to do. Flux does take out Scum, and Madcat has spotted someone now.
Can he get this kill? Where has that Optic player gone? Merc with the 2-piece, they're taking down Flux and Rich. As Madcat does take down Merc. Nice play. Get turned on Rambo. Madcat immediately standing up and letting Optic know what he thought about that. That was a fantastic turn on. We're going to get to see that one more time. Sees Merc on top of the train, immediately sees Rambo, turns. Rambo just didn't have the gun skill there to outgun Madcat in that certain situation. And Madcat, look at him. He's happy with that.
I bet he is. That was absolutely massive play, and it's allowed them to take their first round here on Search and Destroy. Well, It's been a big player, MadCat, so far. I mean, we've said it once, we'll say it again. He's come second in the 2 previous EGLs, and to be this consistent, it's got to tell you something.
Yep. Some would say best AR in Europe right now. I mean, statistically, when you look at it, 3 grand finals at EGL8, you can't really knock it, to be honest.
Absolutely. Well, Merc is going to be the bomb carrier here, slowly migrating towards the bomb site and being extremely careful, knowing that as he crosses this path, he's putting himself at risk.
Yeah, what's important to remember as well, if TCM do take this map, that is actually going to level things up at 3-3, so it will be essentially a brand new sort of start. So TCM, obviously with that deficit of 2 maps, they really need to try and level things up as quickly as possible. They had that fantastic CTF game before, so the question is, can they go ahead and turn things around in this S&D on Underground?
Well, Merc really weak there. A stun grenade might have actually finished him off initially, but his health has regenerated and he has spotted a TCM player unable to make the kill.
Very unfortunate. Quick bring up the scoreboard and see that it is actually a 3 versus 4 scenario. Rambo has died, but Merc and Rambo both on 5 kills apiece. So let's see if Merc can try and extend that. As he saw someone before on that top balcony. He's not sure exactly where they've gone now. He's going to get heavily stunned though. Maybe a nade incoming.
Well, he does have his gun poised on that doorway. Quickly switching back into knowing that there was someone originally over on the balcony and he has spotted them again, but he doesn't want to take the shot until he knows he can make the kill.
Yeah, you don't want to be giving away your position in search and destroy. There's no point taking a shot unless you're sure you can take it. And oh my god, that was a fantastic shot. Taking down MadCat, who was on the top balcony. Scumpy takes down Josh, and that is going to be a 2 versus 3 scenario. So it's amazing. That's just Call of Duty for you. Turned around so quickly. TCM with that advantage, and now all of a sudden Optic Gaming with the 1-man advantage in just a matter of seconds.
Well, you've been talking about Merc's play throughout this tournament, Benson, and look at that 6-1 on Search and Destroy. Massive for his team, but he is going to go to the floor, dropped down by Rich. Big Timer gets taken out by Flux, and Flux follows that up with a kill against Scumpy. Now 2-2 here on Search and Destroy. TCM are back in this.
TCM have come to play some Call of Duty, put it that way. That is back-to-back 2-piece kill cams we've seen, and I mean, wow, that was just a fantastic play by Flux. He knew that the 2 Optic players were going to be there. As soon as he saw one, he knew that they were going to be traveling in pairs, and just great anticipation of where Scumpy was going to be. So we'll go ahead and change team. They have leveled it up, so that is going to be 2-2 in the Search and Destroy. But let's not forget, in terms of map count so far, it is 3-2 still to Optic Gaming.
Yeah, and I think Flux sometimes gets overlooked within the team, but he's an absolutely fantastic player. He's played so solidly throughout the event. He's teamed with Rich for a long time. Not consistently, not every single LAN, but nevertheless the chemistry is there.
MadCat taking down Merc, screaming across the table, "You can't outgun me, I am the best." But you know what? He's certainly playing like it, and statistically, in terms of EGLs, he's been very good in terms of European play. But we'll get on board with Flux to play. They did get that 2-piece last round, and we'll see how he's thinking of playing. Just quickly checking his back. Has MadCat in support though, so doesn't really need to.
Well, this is very interesting, trying something different and opting for a different approach to Search and Destroy on this map, not sticking to the conventional way. And Flux is going to need all of his teammates supporting him as he makes this push towards the bomb site.
Yeah, Flux just going to have to take his time a little bit now, being a little bit more cautious. Has just seen, I thought that was actually one of the enemies, but that is actually one of his teammates. And we will now go ahead and change player. We'll see exactly where Rich is at, and we'll just flick through to see how TCM are setting up. Obviously, they do have 4 up. It's a 4 versus 3 scenario. Merc has been dropped, so it's up to Rambo, Big Timer, and Scumpy to try and get the defuse. Rambo rushes in, takes down Flux. Josh immediately shuts down Rambo, though, so 35 seconds for Optic Gaming to try and get this defuse.
Here we go, Josh rocking the MP7. Silence gets taken out by Scumpy. Big Timer takes out Rich, and it is going to be all up to MadCat now. 1 versus 2. Now 1 versus 1 with only 22 seconds left on the clock. This is a crucial moment in the Search and Destroy.
Yeah, it's going to be MadCat up against Scumpy, and this right here is where MadCat can prove if he is the best AR in Europe right now. It's kills like this in rounds as important as this, which really do make you one of the greatest players, as he is going to wait till that 7.5. Scumpy's nowhere near the bomb site, and MadCat is going to go ahead and make this 3-2 to TCM. And to be honest, it's nice to see, you know, Optic Gaming coming out and really making a difference.
Well, it is now that TCM actually take the lead after being behind on this Search and Destroy. It's been a big comeback for them. They are on a hype, and they're going to continue this. And I would really like to actually see TCM on the defend, because this is going to be it for them. If they win this, that will even things out 3-3, and that will completely null the initial handicap of this best of 11.
the question quite a lot of people are asking right now is it that Optic aren't playing as well as they did in the past, or is it that European teams have caught up? Well, obviously we've had a mass array of fantastic American teams at this event so far, and you know what, I think it just looks like European teams have caught up.
It certainly does, and there's a lot of players that are actually standing out individually as well. I mean, Josh has been playing fantastically here, and the audience actually know it. As we see him here in the mid-map area, just aiming through that alleyway, trying to find somebody, and just making sure he stays alive. It's going to be a sensational victory if TCM manage to pull this off, because not only will they have ended Optic Gaming's 3 EGL LAN spree of not losing a single game up until this grand final, but of course that will mean they take the victory in the final Modern Warfare 3 championship at EGL8 Manchester, proudly sponsored by Mad Cats.
Yeah, Josh just launching that stun in at A, did actually connect with a hit marker, 1 minute 30. As it stands, TCM with the 1-man advantage. We are seeing a 4 versus 3 scenario. Josh is going to have to play this a little bit more patient now. He arguably could have been a bit more aggressive a few seconds ago, but as obviously he let that go, he does now have to be a little bit more defensive. Shots fired, does get some shots on Big Timer. Not entirely sure what Big Timer was doing there. He stood perfectly still. Maybe very unfortunate play, but we're still on board with Josh. Bomb has gone down at A. He does see someone in that alleyway, jumps, goes for the pre-fire, but no idea where that Optic player has gone. Well,
Josh knows he needs to challenge this. Unfortunately, it's going to be against him, and it's Rambo that's going to make the kill. And that leaves it all up to Mad Cat and his teammate Flux. Mad Cat goes down. This is great play from Optic, but Flux takes out Rambo. It's 1 versus 1, Flux versus Scump, but there is a bomb to defuse as well for TCM.
Yeah, Flux with it all to do right now. 14 seconds left on that bomb timer. Where is Scumpy going to be? Oh, Flux, oh, bit of a choke, if I'm honest. So Scumpy with the turn on knife to ensure that it still, for now, stays 3-2 in maps to Optic Gaming. Not going to lie, Flux was right behind him, and, well, you've got to, that has to go down as a Flux choke, if I'm honest. Fantastic play by Scump. I mean, you can see there, if you're just looking on the camera, Scumpy composed as anything. No reaction from him, just focused on the game at hand, but nasty, nasty turn on.
Well, what a pivotal point in the game this is. It is 3-3 search and destroy. It is 3-2 overall in map count in favor of Optic. If TCM win this, it will level it up to 3-3. But if Optic win it, they will be well ahead on 4-2. This is so, so important now.
Yeah, they'll be back to that initial 2-map advantage they had. Mad Cat getting early first blood there on Rambo. Not even 30 seconds played. Scumpy responds though, taking down Mad Cat. 3 versus 3. 2 minutes, 6 seconds still to play. As it stands, we are going to be on board with TCM Josh, currently playing out of his mind so far in this grand final.
Yep, and he's just holding firm here in middle map, trying to provide cover. A little bit of shaky shooting is going to cost him as the enemy gets away.
Yep, not exactly the most accurate accuracy you could really want there in that situation, but
it's a high pressure, very high pressure right now.
Of course, I mean, this is essentially one of the maps that could decide whether they go on to win it or lose it. It's that sort of momentum creating map right now that we're seeing. 3-3 search and destroy, 1 minute 30 still to go. 3 versus 3, Flux, Josh and Rich up against Merc, Scump and Big Timer in this EGL8 grand final.
Yeah, but it's the European TCM side up against the American and Canadian, let's not forget Rambo on the end there, side of Optic, who have been so successful in all their tournament endeavours, and TCM are looking to change that.
Yeah, Josh really is going to take his time now, but the problem that obviously TCM have got now is they are on attack. As time ticks down, that benefits the Optic Gaming side. 58 seconds left. We're still on board with Josh. He does see someone right at the back. He needs to try and make that kill. He's going to get him very, very weak indeed. Arguably could have carried on shooting there.
Yeah, you know what? He might have made the best decision that he's ever made there for Call of Duty by avoiding him. Rich actually does pick up the kill, but Merc shuts out Flux. It's now 2 versus 2. Rich takes out Merc. 2 versus 1 for TCM.
We are going to go ahead and get on board with the Optic Gaming player. 1 versus 2 scenario. It is Big Timer currently bottom fragging for his team. 2 and 5. Josh and Rich up against him. Big Timer is going to see Rich, and he gets taken down by Josh. A nice play there coming from Josh. That is going to level it up. 3-3. Josh really playing like a potential MVP right now.
That was such a critical kill. It eventually went 1 versus 1, and it was Josh who finished that off for the team. So instead of being 4-2 to Optic, now we are seeing 3-3. The teams are tied here in EGL8 Manchester, the Mad Cats MW3 Championship. We have a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
We certainly do. Could we see the first team in Europe to dethrone Optic Gaming? That is the question. We are going to go ahead and see some CTF Arcaden as our next map. And you know what? Considering how well TCM played in that first CTF we saw them play, they locked down that spawn trap as quickly as they could. Josh doing some great OBJ work. I mean, right now you have to favor them.
So let's see what's going to happen from here on in. I mean, let's forget that 3-1 handicap that Optic initially had. If this was a brand new series, TCM have won both around so far. It would be 2-0.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're looking strong.
Yeah, what's important now though, can TCM carry that momentum through? That is going to be the almighty question right now. I mean, you look at the momentum they've gathered already. Josh going massive in that S&D and CTF.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not forget, he got 29 kills in the CTF, just got the game-winning kill in a 1-versus-1 situation on that S&D. You know, he's playing out of his mind.
And I don't want to overlook any of the other players at all. The whole TCM lineup have played fantastic so far. I mean, Optic to actually defeat TCM earlier, they did beat them 3-1, so they're, you know, very evenly matched. This is a great grand final we've got so far. It's not the 6-0 walkover that we're used to from Optic. But let's see what's going to happen.
One thing's for sure, though, we should definitely point out is you can never underestimate Optic Gaming.
No.
I mean, you know, there's a reason they've won 2 EGLs back-to-back, and they've never dropped around. It's because they are essentially one of the greatest teams in the world. Right now, they are the best team in the world, but we're going to start things off on this CTF Arcaden on board with Optic Gaming, and Big Timer, to be precise, he's already seen one of the TCM players in that mid-platform. He is heavily stunned, though. Lots of hit markers. Flux snakes him, though. Gets the headshot on Big Time, and Merc and Scump both getting 2 kills very early on as well. Rambo currently stunned at the enemy tree, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of stun grenades going towards that middle map area, and it's very, very dangerous times for Rambo. He's trying to find a kill there at top glass, but unfortunately for him, it's actually going to be Josh that shuts him out. Some great defensive work, but look at the setup that Optic Gaming have right now. Yeah,
Optic Gaming, I mean, communication-wise, they're going to be absolutely pinpoint perfect, and the way that they're going to set up, they're going to do exactly the same. Obviously, Arcade, not the CTF. The main choke point you really want to be holding is obviously that top glass area. We just saw there that there is someone for Optic Gaming up there. However, Rich has just flagged Rambo. Scumpy does take down Rich. Flux immediately responds by taking down Scumpy, though, but we are on board with Merc, who's going to be pre-aiming that bar area. He doesn't see anyone just yet, but someone is going to be at their tree. Merc does connect with that stun, but Madcat takes down Merc on that B-Domo area.
Well, Rambo here, top glass, and it's like you said, this is such an important part of the map. It's all about the map control here, because not only do you need your teammates pulling those flags, but you need to support them all the way home. Big Timer is going to be going for that role, but unfortunately for him, he's been challenged by Flux and taken down, and it seems like TCM have changed the tables here, and they've obtained map control right now.
Yeah, TCM really not playing as defensive as you may think. I mean, coming up against Optic, they're not giving them any credit at all. They are just going straight at them right now. 3 minutes 30 still to play of this first side on CTF Arcade, and we are now on board with Merc, who is making his way towards top glass to try and get some control. Sees Richard Eskies and gets a nice headshot. Knows there's going to be one more. That's Madcat. Nice play from Merc. Can he find the third TCM player anywhere around him? Not entirely sure where he's going to be, but Josh does actually drop Rambo somewhere near that green area, I think, but Scumpy's going to take care of Flux.
Merc dropping right down now, and he isn't going to make the kill against Josh. It was actually Big Timer who picks that up, and as he moves in towards the middle map, let's quickly bring up the scoreboard and see what's going on for the teams. We can see Merc and Scump putting up big numbers so far early on, and Merc particularly there, 4-1 for his team, having an absolutely great start to this capture the flag.
Yeah, Merc has just played so consistent all through our EGL8 right now, and he is again playing so very well at the start of this CTF Arcade. But we default now over to Rambo, and he's going to be trying to rush straight inside, but Rich is going to be there waiting for him. And Big Timer with a few shots fired, not got the kill yet though. Josh very ambitious, trying to jump around that corner and take down Big Timer, but that is actually going to be 3 down now for TCM. Can Optic push and try and get that flagpole?
Oh, this is looking really good for Optic now as Merc and Scumpy pick up kills as well. Big Timer follows that up against Josh. The flag has been pulled. Big Timer spins around and takes out Madcat. Absolutely fantastic play from Optic.
Big Timer locking down them spawns, getting a nice 2-piece, and I have not seen a TCM kill for a fair few seconds. This kill feed has been all Optic Gaming. 2 minutes, 3 seconds. Big Timer again on them spawns. Unfortunately, couldn't make that one count. Josh does take down Merc, and that's going to be 1-0 to Optic Gaming so far in this CTF Arcade with 1 minute 52 still to play.
Well, TCM are not going down without a fight at all. We've actually seen 3 of Optic go down. It's only Merc left alive, and look at his positioning right now. It is not looking good for them to actually be able to stop this flag pull. So Merc's just going to have to prevent a relay.
Yep, not much you could do. That is a great play there from TCM on that counter cap. That is going to level things up with 1 minute 32 still to play. That was Flux that pulled that flag. Fantastic pull. And we now go on board with Rambo, who's going to be just covering that green area. Nice Semtex. Don't think that's going to connect. Doesn't. Very unfortunate for him. 1 minute 20 still to go. Big Timer with another two-piece. Nice play from him taking down Josh. But see if Rambo can see if he can get anywhere near the enemy flag.
Well, as he moves towards Soda, he does take out Flux, who was just lying prone in the green room there. Rambo continuing this charge, but it is going to be Rich picking up the two-piece to shut that out and continue to keep his flag defended.
You know what, Rich has done such a good job controlling that bar. He's playing a holding position right there, and every time someone's tried to rush him from Optic, he's managed to take him down, apart from the one time, which was, of course, that Optic flag cap.
Watching Merc now, looking at mid-map. Josh takes out Scump. And with 45 seconds left on the clock, this is actually looking really good for TCM now. Big Timer all alone and really, really weak defending his flag.
Yeah, he's going to get stunned as well. Lots of TCM pressure on this Optic Gaming flag in the last 35 seconds. Scump has spawned in, taken down Rich. And now Scump and Big Timer both doing some defensive work. 30 seconds left. This is where the communication from Rambo is going to kick in, because obviously he is the captain of Optic Gaming, and his communication is key. I mean, we can hear him from where we're sat right now.
Yep, with Optic having about 18 seconds left, I think they've ruled out the possibility of a flag pull here, and instead just making sure that their own flag doesn't get pulled away. As we hit this 10-second mark, though, there is going to be no further flag captures of the game.
Yeah, we'll quickly bring up the scoreboard and see who is playing very well in terms of kills. Rich, 11 and 7, having a great game so far. Scumpy, 10 and 6 as well. Apart from that, not really much else is going on. Obviously, one flag apiece as it stands. 3-3 overall in this best of 11 grand final here at EGL8 Manchester.
Well, yep, the teams are tied on the actual maps, but they're also tied 1-1 here. What we need to do now, though, is switch over and see what's going on in the TCM camp. If we get on board straight away with Madcat playing for TCM. And he's going to move up to top glass here, and he does spot someone, but he's unable to make the kill.
Yeah, he's going to be using the MP7. And let's have a look. He's going to be using extreme conditioning, flanking back towards his own flag. Not entirely sure what he's looking for, but Optic now have 3 down. Flux is going to be all by himself, and he needs to do some defensive work. Throwing that stun at his flag didn't connect. He's going to see 2 in green, takes down Big Timer. Can he get the second? That's the question. Going to go for the elaborate jump shot, but Rich is there to take down Rambo as well. Cooking that nade. Where has that Optic player gone? Not entirely sure, but Flux has done very well to stay alive there. But Scumpy did take down Madcat with a nice headshot somewhere near that mid-map. But as it stands, let's not forget, it's 1-1 in flag score. Yeah,
Flux needs to be very cautious here, because he knows that there was a player around that area, and players don't just disappear. He's instead decided to sweep round, and it's going to be Rambo picking up this flag. Rich does manage to make the kill, though, and the flag has been dropped.
Rich has been playing just clutch all of EGL8. Kills like that are so important, and like that, taking down Scumpy as well. There's going to be a third. Can he do it? Yes. Oh, he's actually taken down Josh. Josh took down Big Timer for a minute there. I thought he's got himself a nice 3-piece, but he does get the flag return, which is so important. He takes down Merc. Oh, Rich on an absolute tear right now. Madcat takes down Rambo as well, and Rich is just on a mad tear towards that Optic Gaming flag.
He is. He's on absolute fire, and you can see him even pre-firing that little spotting bar and knowing that someone's going to poke their head around there at some point. And you can see the whole TCM team moving up as a unit. They are desperate to get one more flag capture, and if they do get that, I'm probably going to see, I can imagine that we would see a very defensive TCM side.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, 3 minutes 20, but oh, having said that, Optic Gaming getting 3 down, leaving Josh left last up. And this is where you have to have a great brain to play competitive Call of Duty. What does Josh do now? He could decide to flank back, but is there really any point? I mean, you could try and hold the spawns for your teammates, try and dictate where your teammates are going to spawn, but in a situation like this, considering his position, it's probably just better to wait it out and see how Optic Gaming play it.
Yeah, very, very smart from Josh. And as one of the players runs in front of him, you can see that he doesn't manage to follow the kill up against Merc. Very close, though, to making a big pull on that flag.
Yeah, Josh, you got that second kill. No doubt he would have been able to pull that flag away, but we're now on board with Rich, who does actually get outgunned there. Oh no, he did take down Scumpy, but got taken down by Merc. But again, TCM doing such a good job defending that flag and pushing up. But 2 minutes 37 still to go. As it stands, it is still 1 flag apiece in this grand final here at EGL8 and 3 maps apiece.
Well, let's see what Madcat can do. He's got the map control area here. He is top glass, but he's got to spin back because he needs to support his teammates as they push from an alternative direction.
Yeah, Josh and Rich both picking off 2 kills. Rambo is going to be near that mid-map. Can he get himself a 2-piece? Yes, he can. And Scumpy takes down Josh. It's going to be Flux left up. He has taken down Rambo, though. Sees someone on that top. Models, gets the nade, didn't connect, jumps down. Nice play taking down Scumpy, but Scumpy did get that Semtex off. And once again, we're seeing TCM spawning right at the back of their flag. Not enough Optic pressure is forcing him to spawn up top, because obviously that's going to be the ideal situation for Optic Gaming. Getting TCM to spawn up top in that storage area, and that's when realistically pulling the flag becomes a lot easier.
Well, Rich is really weak there, but it hasn't prevented him from pushing up even further. And he's in a very nice location here. He has sustained even more damage, though, as 2 of Optic go down big time and managing to hold on there and take out both Josh and Rich for his team.
Yeah, Big Time once again playing so very well, picking off a very important 2-piece. Flag has now been pulled by Merc. TCM really need to do some defensive work. Rambo takes down Mad Cat. Josh takes down Big Time over. Where is that flag? Flux and Josh both get kills. Last player is going to be Scumpy. He's going to be top glass. If Flux can get this, that will be 4 players down for Optic Gaming momentarily. But can TCM either get the return and or the pull? They've got the return, but can they pull that flag? Doesn't look like they're going to be able to do so.
This is incredibly close between these 2 teams. It's actually TCM making a flag pull. It's going to be in the hands of Josh, but Big Timer does take him out. Unfortunately for Optic, though, Rambo with a team kill, and that could really cost them at this crucial point in the game. Mad Cat takes out Rambo and Scumpy, but Scump with a Semtex to prevent the flag pull.
That is a very important Semtex. However, Flux is in that bar area. 50 seconds left to go. Flux with the nade. He's going to see one player. He takes him down. That was Merc. Can he get the flag pull? Yes, he can. Can he get it out of the bar? That is the question. Scumpy takes down Josh. He's going to be somewhere near enemy spawn. However, again, another important Semtex coming from Scumpy. Mad Cat with the 2-piece, though, taking down Rambo and Scump. 35 seconds left. That flag is still away from base. And can TCM find a way of pulling that in?
Well, Optic really on the back foot. They're just trying to hold on for as long as they can. I don't think they're actually setting the sights to pull a flag, but hey, wait a second. 3 go down against TCM. It's going to be all up to Rich. We need some perfect accuracy from him. He does manage to take out Merc, and he might have just held them off long enough.
That flag has been pulled, though, by Scumpy. 11 seconds left. He can cap it, but Mad Cat, oh, dearie me. A bit of choke shots, but doesn't matter. 6 seconds left. They're going to go to stopwatch. And for anyone watching the stream that is unaware what stopwatch is, I know we explain it all the time. It can be a bit frustrating to any, regular competitive viewers. But, Rel, do you want to go ahead and explain what stopwatch is?
Absolutely. Well, it's essentially the team that can capture the flag the quickest. So what we're going to do, we're going to restart this map. We're going to restart capture the flag, and we're going to play 2 sides. But as soon as a flag is captured by a team, we will end that round. And then we will switch sides, and it's then up to the opposing team to capture the flag quicker. So long and short of it, the quickest flag capture by a team will win.
Yes, absolutely. And as it stands, for any of you people that have just joined the stream right now, TCM going up against Optic Gaming in the grand final here at EGL. It's currently 3 maps apiece in this best of 11. Optic Gaming starting with that 3-1 initial advantage. TCM winning 2 maps back-to-back. The CTF has now actually just gone to stopwatch. And who do you want to spectate first in the stopwatch?
Ooh, now
because last time we should explain to any of the viewers in the stream, last time me and you did a stopwatch earlier on, we had back-to-back stopwatches, watching essentially 25 minutes of gameplay without a single flag gap. It was the MV Prophecy game. It was potentially mind-bogglingly boring, but you had to do it.
There you go. Well, we'll get on board with the bottom team. It is going to be Optic, and we will start off watching Rambo, the captain of the Optic lineup. As we said before, these guys have been a team since November 2011, and they're looking a little bit shaken up here on main stage as TCM are bringing it to them.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to start things off on board with Optic Rambo. He's going to be pushing it up top straight away, going to try and get those early stuns on. Does see a TCM player and gets outgunned by Josh up top. Nice play coming from him. Rich taking down Scumpy straight away, and immediately you see Merc turn around. He's not going to take any chances in the stopwatch. He does not want TCM pulling that flag away and getting a ridiculously quick flag cap.
Yeah. Well, Merc here doing a little bit of defensive work for his team. Let's switch things up and see if any of them are actually pushing out. No, they are not, and that is because they have been driven right back into the home spawn. And they are struggling against TCM.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. TCM have looked very strong indeed in the CTS we've seen them play, and as well in that S&D as well. So, Mad Cat there taking down Rambo, Flux taking down Big Time as well, and Merc is still in that defensive position. He hasn't moved since he's been there, and Flux has just destroyed Merc off that head glitch. That was disgusting. Scumpy is going to be left last up. He takes down 1, takes down 2. Josh managing to put an end to that, though, and is going to pull that flag. Let's see now if the wizard that is Josh, in terms of objective work, can go ahead and cap this flag.
Look what Rambo's doing here. Very, very sneaky. He's going to have to come big for his team because TCM are outslaying them. And the flag is not going to get captured.
Play.
Rambo has gone huge for Optic right there.
That right there is why Rambo is considered a pro player, one of the best players in the world. Josh was already celebrating there, the screams of let's go, we're going, and there was Rambo to deny. And he has just gone massive for Optic Gaming.
That is probably going to be the most important kill you will see of this entire series there by Rambo. That could have been it. That could have been the deciding flag capture. But here we go. Now it is Optic with the flag pull, but Rambo is in a lot of trouble here, getting taken down from all directions.
Yeah, but that's going to be 3 TCM players down. Merc and Scum, that's 4 down now. Surely Optic can lock down these spawns and cap that flag. The flag was already off base. Let's not forget, Big Time is going to pick it up. Merc, it looks like he's going to try and block that burger spawn. Doesn't look like anyone's going to spawn there, so keep your eye on the clock when that flag goes in. 3 minutes, 4 seconds. Optic Gaming cap the flag. So that essentially means TCM now have to cap the flag quicker than that. So a bit of a tough task, if I'm honest.
Josh was literally leaping in the air towards that flag. That could not have been any closer. Absolutely huge play from Rambo. He played it so smart and waited for the right moment to strike to defend that.
It was just clutch. If you look at top clutch in the dictionary, there would be a video of that. That would be exactly what it is. Last few seconds, stop watching a grand final EGL8, manages to pull off a play just like that. It's superb play from Rambo right there. And like we explained before, this is stopwatch, obviously, so the map will be restarted, and TCM have to try and cap the flag quicker than, well, essentially, what is that, 1 minute and 56 seconds?
Yeah, it's...
My maths is terrible.
You know what, they've got a lot of time to actually do this, but in the grand scale of things, they don't have an entire half. So they're going to have to work at it. We might see the introduction of some smoke grenades. We might see some big SMG pushes. But one thing's for sure, we are probably going to see a defensive Optic side. Fortunately for the viewers back home, it is now the turn of TCM to be on the stream. And let's see how aggressive they are going to be.
Just have a quick flick through the players straight away. We can see Josh is going to be SMGing, Madcat's going to be SMGing, and Flux is going to be using a SMG as well. So they have opted to do 3-man SMG, and you called it, Rel. Great shout with the smoke grenades, and already Flux has made himself straight into the enemy spawn, but Merc nearly got bamboozled there by Flux, but managed to stay composed and get that kill. 4 minutes 40 still to go. That's going to be 3 down though for TCM. Rich is going to be left last alive. And the worst thing that could happen right now is if Optic Gaming were to pull that flag and cap it, that would immediately end the game, and Optic would take the win.
Yep, those are the two things that can happen here. Either no flag is captured by TCM by the time we hit 3 minutes and 4 seconds, or Optic secure another flag capture, and they will be victorious here on Capture the Flag Arcade.
Right now, Rich is the only TCM player to get a kill, and Rambo has pulled that flag. We're on board with Madcat. He's making his way towards top glass. He's going to see one Optic player, lets him go for now. Rich takes down Scumpy though, and it seems like Rambo's actually... Where has he actually run that? It looks like he's just taking his time trying to bamboozle TCM, maybe just wasting a little bit of time, doing the smart thing, making TCM think about him rather than actually pulling the Optic flag. And that made those crucial few seconds there where Madcat had to turn around. That could be the deciding factor.
Yep, well, we have just over 40 seconds, and it's not looking good for TCM at all, as all 4 of them go down in quick succession, not only allowing Optic to get right up into the TCM spawn, but preventing TCM from doing any flag pulls.
To be completely honest, that TCM got a very, very lucky spawn. I anticipated them to realistically spawn up top in storage or paint, and they just got very lucky spawning straight on the back of the flag. However, they are going to end the game as they do not have enough time of capping that flag, and Rambo there trying to encourage, shine into the crowd, no cheering for them, and all of a sudden there we get a crowd reaction as Optic Gaming now go 4-3 in the lead in this best of 11 EGL8 Grand